When you think of the Detroit River, cruising isn't what typically comes to mind, but that is one of the many things that happens here at Port Detroit. I am Mariah Partee, reporting for YNN Logan Network. Summer means a lot of activity on the Detroit River in Port Detroit. River Days is among the celebrations. Port Detroit welcomed a cruise ship, a tall ship, and cannon to kick off the summer season.
It's the start of an old industry. It's a new start of an old industry. We've had cruise ships on the Great Lakes all the way until about 1967, when regulations put the older ships out of business. But a lot of international travelers found the Great Lakes and decided to start sailing upon them. And the next thing you knew, a new industry was born. And so now we have various cruise ships coming in. And our Deputy Director, Stephen Olenek, has worked very hard with our Security Director, Dennis O'Mara, to make these things happen. And here we have the Yorktown Clipper, 257 feet long, visiting Detroit. This will be a platform for customs and immigration for international tourists when that happens. That's what this building was built for. And we're so proud that this building is serving its purpose, as we can see today.
What adds to all of the wonderful activities and the events is this beautiful presence of the Port Authority. I mean, just last year, the Port Authority brought this terminal to life, and now we have visitors, thousands of visitors that are coming to experience Detroit, or able to experience Detroit as a result of the Port Authority, this fabulous docking facility. And so we're so excited. We're so excited that the port is now part of the family of growing development.
The tall ship Appledore 4 is a two-masted schooner based in Bay City.
The sailboat behind us, it's a sailing schooner, and she takes children from Detroit schools out on tours of the river, teaches them how to sail. They sample the river for biology classes, and they do many, many unique things to learn about our maritime heritage and the Detroit River. So these are part of the programs that we are all putting together in terms of this authority.
Some Detroit visitors of the port got to tour the cruise ship Yorktown, a passenger ship built in 1988 and renovated in 2009. They have planned 12 scheduled stops in Detroit for the cruising season.
I would like to say to all of our stakeholders along the river, to the Wayne County and the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan, we are committed to making the Port of Detroit and this waterfront a destination, a national and international destination. You will be able to see events for the rest of the year that will make you a very happy city, county, and state.
Also unveiled was an 18th century British cannon that was recovered from the Detroit River and proudly displayed in front of Port Detroit.
Known as a 4-pounder because it fired a 4-pound ball, the historic cannon is on loan to the Port Authority by the Detroit Historical Society. Experts believe the artillery piece was forged in England about 1755 and was brought to Detroit after Pontiac's uprising in 1763. 6 similar cannons have been recovered so far, most recently in October 2011.
The cannon that's out here today is about 250 years old. And the really remarkable thing about it is it's one of really thousands of historic artifacts that we have. And that part of our mission of the Detroit Historical Society, of course, we run the Historical Museum and the Dawson Great Lakes Museum, but it's to get some of these great artifacts like this cannon out so the public can enjoy it.
Among many things, the Port Authority promotes Detroit as a transportation and distribution hub for the U.S., Midwest, and Southwestern Ontario.
The purpose of the port is to foster economic growth for Detroit, Wayne County, and the state of Michigan. I'm Candy Brown.
I'm Edward McNeil.
From YNN Logan Network,
where we bring you the younger side of the news.